Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. Today we're going to take a very early look at a game called Jumplight Odyssey. Now this game's not yet released. It was just announced on Steam today as I record this. Viewers of the Glidercat channel will know that I browse over 1,000 games each and every month looking for the gems and promising upcoming games. And Jumplight Odyssey has really caught my eye. So we're going to take a look at it in this video. I don't have any unique gameplay to show you. We're going to basically just focus on content that's available on the Steam page that went up earlier today as I record this. And we'll take a look at the game trailer, look at the screenshots, and talk over the description. And I'll just share kind of my impressions of this game, but super duper impressed with the detail and the uniqueness of this game. So let's get started. We'll watch the official trailer. Again, this is available on Steam. We'll watch the trailer and then we'll come back and talk more about Jumplight Odyssey. Here we go with that trailer.
Since before time, whenever our explorers were lost, they would look to the forever star to find their way home. Now, a great darkness has found us. The war-mongering Zootopans sought to extinguish our light. In a desperate bid to defend our beloved home, we committed everything we had. Yet, the cold malice of Admiral Voltan couldn't be stopped. The battle was lost. I knew what I had to do. Where our only hope lies. I, Princess Euphora, last remaining regent of our people, will lead us to the Forever Star. Those of us who survived that day lost everything. But this is not our end. We will survive. Because together, we will keep hope alive.
Hunt them down. No survivors.
All right, that was the game trailer. Very, story-centric game trailer talking about the background of Jumplight Odyssey and the backstory. Doesn't tell you a whole lot about what you're going to be doing, but the description in the game and the screenshots sure do. So let's take a look at that. I'm going to read through this description. You can skip ahead if you don't want to hear me reading through this. It says, lead your crew on a daring, star-flung escape to the sanctuary of the Forever Star in this roguelite starship colony sim. Escape the clutches of Admiral Voltan and the warmongering Zootopians as you build, repair, promote, defend, and grow across multiple decks of your starship. With your home planet destroyed and your people lost, it's up to you to keep hope alive on a perilous adventure across the galaxy. Also, there's a pig. You can pet the pig. That's all you really need to know. And they got a cool little animation here of this pig, and we'll see more of that pig in the screenshots and stuff when we get to that. It says here, the starship stacked with stories. As captain, you are responsible for taking care of the human needs of everyone on your ship. Everything from socializing, sleep, food, to water and air. Wi-Fi is not included in the hierarchy of needs. A delightful and charming starship dollhouse experience filled with a living crew going about their daily lives, eating, sleeping, working, and surviving. Your crew interact with each other as brothers, sisters, lovers, friends, and rivals. Hopefully a little less of the latter, but we're not making any promises. Moods and ideas are contagious. On this floating melodrama, Emergent relationships and incidents have a direct impact on the crew. Keep the hope of your crew high or suffer the consequences. And there's a little picture here. I'll freeze this animation. There's a little picture of a guy sitting here in the hospital bed. His head's bandaged up. And right next door, there's a patient getting their leg sawed off here by a fairly enthusiastic looking surgeon. And the guy here with the head bandage is saying, "Hey, I'm feeling pretty good. Can I get out of here?" All right, then it says, "Get comfy in chaos, Captain. Explore different star systems with different biomes that have varying effects on your ship and crew. Manage emergent systems, fire, electrical strikes, radiation, and loss of oxygen. Nothing runs smooth forever. Promote everyday crew members to division officers and then negotiate their differing management quirks as they either run a tight ship or burn it to the ground. Battle against hostile boarding parties and scramble your starfighters to defend against intergalactic invaders." Now we can see a few people here floating. This animation is it's pretty cool, pretty creative. I really like that. All right. Then it says, if you first you don't succeed. Your journey is a treacherous one. Take lessons from each previous voyage and retool your ship for new circumstances. Then try again. Keep exploring the galaxy, rerun your daring escape, and discover new encounters, events, characters, and challenges each time. And then lastly, here it says, build, repair, optimize, and overcome. Scratch your naval ship building itch, lay out optimum corridors, build efficient management processes, and decorate the spaces to your specifications. Efficiently manage your resource production, from your water supply to the ship's gardens and farming spaces. You'll need to optimize your systems to keep your ship and crew alive for as long as possible. Inventory management in space. Keep the hangar deck organized and warp core humming. Can your crew stock fridges and shelves in zero gravity? Actually, we're not sure if they can either. Good luck. All right, and then there's a last little bit here talking about that the game itself is a galactic love letter to nostalgia, as inspired by the 1970s star-spanning anime adventures, the likes of Star Blazers and more. Add some smooth 70s Tokyo late-night disco to keep the mood? You got it. Experience a dynamic, toy-like sandbox inspired by the incredible cross-sections and What Do People Do All Day series of books. So that is the Steam description. Let's take a look at some of the screenshots they've got on the store page because they are pretty darn awesome. The first one here, we can see there's a whole little space farm going on here. We've got some seed pods here towards the middle and plants growing all along the borders here. You can see kind of people working on the different crops. And then if we look towards the top of the screen, there's obviously a kitchen area. There's our little pig buddy mascot in the game. Hopefully he's got a little partner pig to kind of hang around with too. It seems pretty lonely. And then we've got our robot friend here in the top right, which we saw in one of the earlier images with the three characters kind of floating around in space. Top of the screen, you can see all the resources you're going to have to keep track of. The health of the ship, top right here, looks pretty cool. Then in this shot, we've got a picture of the medical bay. Seems like the injuries and calamity is going to be a key part of this game. Again, we got our little buddy, the pig here on the floor, getting a nice belly rub. Pretty cool. And then here we've got a little bit of what looks like the base building or customization going on in this screen. This is obviously part of the ship. It looks like we're building out a room here. It says Regent's Bed, a bed fit for a queen or a princess. And we can see some other socializing areas going on. Pretty cool there. It says plan lower deck in the lower left corner. Here's a shot of the bridge of the ship. We can kind of see inside the bridge and then outside the ship. We see some defensive turrets off there to the left. Not sure what goes on here. This section doesn't look terribly customizable to me, but you can see at the top of the screen here, there's this Hope health bar that I guess is the overall kind of happiness of your crew. You know, in addition, it looks like in the top right, you've got the health of your ship, which I'm guessing is called the Catalina. So pretty cool. And then on the topic of health, at the bottom of the screen, you can see our main character here looks like they've got a health bar. And I'm not sure if that's the same as the Hope at the top. It looks like it kind of matches, or if that's just a coincidence and this health is of the main character. Okay, next we've got the picture of some kind of disaster taking place. Now this one is super duper interesting. If you look at the details in this screenshot, way over at the top left, we've got a few characters floating in space. It looks like they've lost gravity in this room, including our little buddy, the pig there floating. And then just above that, we can see it looks like there's a fire being put out or some type of disaster there at the top left of the screen. We've got people running. And then obviously the main event here is in the bottom right of the screen. There's obviously some kind of breach of the ship that's caused a fire, or vice versa. The fire caused a breach in the ship. And we can see got one person kind of passed out, a couple people getting ready to run out of the room. They've got no spacesuit on and they're clutching at their necks, right? They probably can't breathe. And then we've got someone in the doorway actually on fire. And then it looks like we've got a couple people in spacesuits here trying to address the problem, maybe trying to patch the breach over here. And then we've got someone in the hall running with a fire extinguisher. So I'm pointing all this stuff out, right? It's really obvious if you look at it. But man, the detail is fantastic in this. So this looks like it's going to be a very visually stunning game. Not to mention, the gameplay, the different events and things you're going to obviously going to have to react to and problem solve. But man, the visuals just look fantastic. And this is coming from someone, I'm not really a fan of anime pretty much at all. I've got got the anime keyword blocked in Steam, so I don't see those games. But I came across this one from a different source, and man, does it look cool. Okay, moving on. Here's another screenshot. It looks like a flight deck. So you've got various fighters here. A fighter kind of coming into the flight deck from outside. Again, you got your crew at the bottom of the screen. All looks pretty cool. And then let's see, next to last, we've got another shot of what looks to be different kind of living quarters. Very cool looking. Obviously, there's some aesthetic items here with these little tree planters and things. And then the last shot here looks like it's of the main ship, the Catalina, from the outside. Looks pretty sweet. But we'll see. Let me know what you think of this game. I think it's cool. Like from a first impression standpoint, just the detail, the attention to detail just looks awesome. Again, I apologize. I don't have any actual gameplay that I can show you here in this early preview video. I have reached out to 3 members of the team at League of Geeks, trying to see if I could gain some kind of access to some additional gameplay footage I could feature in this video for you. But I have not heard back from anyone just yet. And I did want to get this on your radar and also get your opinion. What do you think of a game like this? Now, the trailer, as I mentioned at the beginning, was all about kind of the story, the backstory, and the kind of the drama. And then we heard in the Steam description some of the drama, the different, having to deal with the personalities of your crew and the different events that come up. But they're also mentioned production chains. They mentioned resource handling. We saw in the screenshots that there's several different metrics or items you got to keep track of at the top of the screen. So there's some management here. Let me know your thoughts. Anxious to hear what you think about Jumplight Odyssey and if it's a game you'd like to see featured on the channel. But yeah, that's it for the early preview. Again, just wanted to get Jumplight Odyssey on your radar. I'll put links to the Steam page, and there is a Discord as well for the game. This is not the first game for League of Geeks, the developer and publisher of Jumplight Odyssey. They've got some other games as well. You can check those out. But again, yeah, I'll put the links to the Discord. I'll put links to the Steam page and whatever else I can find in the description of this video. Yeah, and that's it for now. This is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Special thanks to Glidercat patrons and channel members who make this content possible. Really appreciate your support of the channel. Anyone would like to join that small but very appreciated group of people that are supporting the Glidercat channel, there's links to do that in the description as well. And I will see you all in the next one.